Music. Hello everyone. I hope you are well. How are you all doing? My dear Guillaume, how are you? It's going very well, my dear Mar. A pleasure to be here today. First of all, I'm very happy to be here with you. And you, my dear ones. Listen to me carefully. We are here to help you all. Whether you are an entrepreneur, a web professional, all people, whether you are a webmaster, SEO, marketer, any person who works in the web. What are we here for? To help you. We're here to help you understand how things really work. It's good. They think they're the know-it-all, they have all the answers. No. We'll simply share our experience with you and we'll be delighted too. Do you think it's a good idea that, from time to time, professionals come to see us? I think that would be a great idea, Mar, frankly. Okay, well listen, frankly then. We will try, all together, to make beautiful things. And we are here to help you to develop safely and efficiently. Why efficiently? There, for example, I was watching something and I enjoyed it. Guillaume knocked on the door and we are enjoying it together. Today, in any case, we would like to talk to you about the web, okay? Because there are many ambiguities. There are a lot of people, beginners, people who have been here for a while, or even professionals who confuse things. There are confusions. Why? Simply because, if I told you, what is the web? Or if someone wanted to represent the web, what would they say? So, Mar, I have a question to ask you. Today, is the web Google? Good question, my friend. Frankly, you're starting off hot. It's a question I ask myself every morning, so if you have the answer, I'd love to hear it, frankly. Frankly, you're starting off hot, so... Music, this is the time to think. So, is Google the web? Of course, Google takes a very, very big place on the web. But is Google the web? No. To make it easier to understand, the web is just an application on the internet. Google is an application like any other. So to be clear, Google is not the web. Here, I tried to give a simple answer. Does it fit? Look, I'm fine with it, but what you're saying, if I understand it correctly, is that search engines are like a key giving us access to content? And not just pages or text. That's right. Because in the web, what I see today, you have an immense diversity of types of contents. You have images, video, audio, and all that. It's true, and why today, I tell you that Google is the web, and why do we ask ourselves this question? That's because when you do a search in the SERP, in the results on the first page, sometimes we have video, audio, news, blogs, and not only websites. That's why, sometimes, we can have the impression that Google is the web. Already, it makes me happy. You are part of the 2% of web professionals who do not say website. Simply because there is no website. It does not exist. These are websites. Internet is not the web. The web is in the internet. And not the other way around. So we don't say website. We say website, that's the real definition. And it makes me happy that professionals like you use the right terms. And, as we know, search engines now love diverse content. Like video, you said it, audio, images, virtual reality, 3D, metaverse coming soon. That's it, it's amazing.
Comme la 3D, comme le métaverse qui arrive bientôt. Voilà, c'est étonnant.
So we don't have to, whether it's me, you, or even you, stay on the 80s web. Precisely, you talk about the 80s. Me, in my adolescence, even my childhood, when we were talking about the web, the representation we had of it was this famous spider's web. I don't know if you remember? Yes, that's right. By the way, the translation of web is canvas. World Wide Web is the famous World Wide Web, but the representation we were given was the spider's web. It was a little scary actually. Moreover, this spider's web was reinforced by the image of search engine robots that were spiders. Spiders that came to capture information, mostly text, pages, websites. That came on this web, got trapped in this web, and the spider came in to suck out the contents, you know. It's true that today, if we look at the representation of the web on Google, this spider web doesn't exist anymore. The spiders, it's over. Today, as we imagine the web, when we see representations, it is often a galaxy full of stars, constellations, and points of light. And these points are connected to each other. It is something denser, which moves and evolves. There are shooting stars that pass by at some point. Because today, information can last an hour, then it goes away, then there are others. So the idea of canvas, in fact, which was in the way, but which today has evolved, is that before, we had the impression that information was static, that it did not move, that it was trapped. As a result, it is no longer appropriate, because today we know that information lives, it moves, it evolves. That's what has changed. I don't know if you feel the same way I do, Mar. Indeed, you are right about one, and two, I would like to add that to shine like a star, you need to know what to do on the web. If it was the time of the spider web, the HTML websites of the static era are over. Now everything is dynamic and has been for a very long time. Now, what I say with Guillaume, you will remember in 7 years. Now the web is not even dynamic. It is getting ready to be multi-dimensional. And not just 3, okay? But, we're not going to spoiler you 7 years in advance, but you'll remember this. Yes, the metaverse. Anyway, you got it. So, do you agree with me, Mar, what you are telling us, for our internet users? And for all those who may not be web professionals, but for them to understand. Designing a website as we did in the 2000s, or even 2010. BIP. 10 euros. 10 euros. He said website. You will make me the transfer and I will show you the PayPal. Website. Excuse me. A website like in the years 2000 to 2010, it's not good, it's a break to shine. And when we say shine, it means being visible, being referenced. That's what shining is, in the end. Shining is even more than referencing, because you can be referenced, but not be a symbol of trust. It goes beyond a SEO. It's true that sometimes, when we attend webinars, conferences, we notice that it always talks about the same things. Why is that? Because there is no vision for the future. In 2017, my first talk was on the topic of video for marketing and SEO. People thought I was an alien. Until today, people haven't really gotten into video, but they know that video is very important. Since I've known you, you've been talking to me about the video for a very long time. That's why I liked your mentality and your state of mind, because you caught these things in advance. But, a referenced site. An indexed site does not mean that it is referenced. A referenced site does not mean that it is positioned. A site that is positioned does not mean that it will bring customers. And even if it does, it doesn't mean that it is a symbol of trust. So to shine now, it's not just text, it's not just video, it's much more complex than that. It's not just image or audio. It's your person. It's your business. It's everything. Now, you who are looking at me, yes you, go to Google and enter your name and surname. If you find that the whole first page of Google is about you, with images, videos, everything, other sites that talk about you, that's good. You start to gain the trust of your future customers. You too, sir, don't be a man. Don't laugh. Okay? But if not, you are not a symbol of trust, and this is true for a company. If you type in the name of a company and you don't find images, videos, etc., it is because it is not a trusted symbol. If other websites don't mention you, it's not a symbol of trust, and that's very important for your future customers to trust you. What do you think, Guillaume? That's right. You have put your finger on a very important subject, which is the legitimacy that one must have on the web. Yes, yes. I couldn't find the word. That's right. Thank you, dear. I tell you the word is legitimacy. That way, I can buy myself back for the 10 euros. Legitimacy is the most important thing. He wants to do it to me in reverse. No, but you have to be legitimate. What Mar just said is super important. Don't make sites like in the 2000s. But above all, it is not enough to make a site by bringing only content, beautiful images, video. It's more complex than that. You have to create your legitimacy behind. And make sure that everything that comes up in search engines around your name, your brand, or even your products shines. And for that to shine, it has to be fireworks. The SERP, the Google results page, should be a firework display. Because another thing to know, 3 out of 4 internet users or mobile users will check who you are in Google before buying your products. Positive reviews are great. But knowing who you are is super important. So here we are, in the middle of it. Attention, this does not only concern your websites, but also your social networks. Back in 2018, I was already trying to get businesses to understand the need to get on Instagram. To them, Instagram was about girls putting on makeup and hair and boys pumping up their muscles. Since then, some have understood, while others still haven't, yet. There's a thing, it's a dilemma for me. Many people don't like rich people. Why? Because they have money. Okay. I like rich people. Why do I like rich people? They always have a vision before the others. How and why? Because, you'll notice, the big brands are always the first on social networks. At the time, when I talked about TikTok, I was told that it was for kids who dance. Today, all the big brands are on TikTok. After, it depends on your activity, we agree. But social networks are very, very, very important. Why? Because it's part of your symbol of confidence, of notoriety. This is what will make you shine. Even the number of followers, now, is a kind of symbol of trust, honestly. I don't know what your opinion is, Guillaume, about this. You are absolutely right. You need to be everywhere you think you need to be. You can't be everywhere, in places that are not suitable for your business or the image you want to put in place. You don't have to shoot anywhere, I would say, but, indeed, if you are nowhere or if you don't develop that famous legitimacy, and that in the SERP, as Mar says, you're not seen, it's very timid or it's not going well, you really have to act. You still have time to do this job, because on top of that, Mar, one thing that needs to be said, I tell clients this often, is that when you are not present and shining on the web, I think you figured out today what it means to shine, but if you don't shine enough today, what is the risk? It is that your competitors who want to destabilize you, to overthrow you, will be able to do it easily. Simply, for example, they can bring false information around you. Because someone who doesn't shine is often someone who doesn't care about his image on the web. I hear you right. It is therefore necessary to monitor your image, because it is a guarantee to shine, but also to protect your brand and your reputation. It also prevents newcomers from wanting to go there, because they will look at who you are and they won't dare to go there. If there is no one there, they will say to themselves, "Who is he? Let's go." So protect yourself from your new entrants. Because, we talk about a lot of things, but it's important to give concrete examples. I met a person who said to me, "I am a leader, nobody sells this product in my area." Okay, quiet. In that case, why invest in social networks? Why would I need to shine? No need. Except that 1 year later, 4 competitors arrived, because they thought there was no one present. Indeed, they saw his name in the traditional directories, so they said, "Let's go." If this gentleman had done this work on social networks, it would have clearly slowed down the desire of his competitors to go there. Another example, because it is important for internet users to shine, is also to bring opportunities. Find partners, obtain financing from banks, go to a bank and tell them to look at my business on the web. If you have activity, if you shine, I can tell you that you will find partners more easily. You will be able to negotiate more easily with your suppliers, with your banks to obtain financing. Life will be different, because you will have a reputation on the web, which will be a strength. There will be more than just your business card. A business card is a thing of the past. Stop with your business card. Show who you are, your personality, your strength, your best. And you will see that everything will change around you and everything will be, at once, much easier, much simpler for the development of your business. That's it. That's just what I meant. No worries, you're right. This is very important and rewarding. He is right when he talks about your reputation. You will not only get positive reviews. You will also get negative reviews. You will have jealous competitors who will try, with or without success, to smear you. You have to keep up with it all the time. Absolutely. We often say that the web is like a jungle. But how can we protect ourselves? As you say, to protect yourself, you have to shine. But be careful, you have to shine by preparing yourself. You can't just jump in overnight. It's not easy, you can't just push a button and shine. No, it requires preparation. It's like a play. You're going to go on the stage, that is the web, the curtain is going to rise, the lights are going to come on. And so you're going to have to be the best actor, the one that the audience will see. You have to be in front, play your role, your game, have a presence, a posture. That's how to shine on the web. So your website is one tool among many others. And today, you as a person, you are an actor who has a power 1,000 times more important than a simple website. You are linked to your website, just as you are linked to your social networks, your customers, your suppliers, etc. It's an ecosystem, really, where you have to be the king. You have to shine, you're on the podium, the stage, and it's all about you in your world. This is the famous constellation in the galaxy where there is one star and all the other smaller ones revolve around it. That's you. So that's what we have to try to do. But how do you want us to shine in a web that is dirty, that is spammy? That's another question. I talked about the jungle, but you could say that it has become dirty because the jungle is still something clean. But here, there is really the notion of dirty, because there was a lot of abuse, dirty generated content, without going into details. We're not going to target anyone, but we're talking about billions of pieces of content that are generated, sometimes badly. So how do you find your place in the middle of all this? It's obvious that this is a challenge today, especially since Mar. And this, it must be said, web professionals know it, but internet users and entrepreneurs do not know it. It's just that search engines like Google are sorting through and starting to clean it all up, and what does that mean? A big sweep. Yes, a big sweep. What does it mean? This means that it will become increasingly difficult to shine because, unfortunately, to give a sweep, there are several ways to do it. It's a big cleanup, so either you sweep a little under the carpet, but leave the dust. That's what's been done so far. But now we don't. We take out all the furniture and clean it up with the Karcher, and that's what's happening. So, it has already started, because it is done over several years, of course. But as a consequence, it becomes more and more difficult to shine, to position oneself, to be visible, to gain legitimacy. Because we must not fall into the trap of doing things in a hurry. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you will love me now. Please, just give us a little tip to prepare well and not get into this mess. Just one little tip? You're putting pressure on me. Because there are plenty of tips. Just one? Yes, just one. You see, I'm not too greedy. Exactly, I think there's going to be another video discussion that we'll be doing soon on a very specific topic, which is rushing. It's bad SEO. Already, just the rush. How many people I see who make their site alone? I'm not going to list all the CMS that exist, but it's easy today to create a site in 10 minutes. Okay, you pay, you get the template. It's easy to create content in 10 minutes. You have tools that do this, you can even copy and paste, many do and don't break the nut. As a result, we rush and bring content that is not relevant. That is to say, it is too similar to everything that already exists, there is no originality. So one tip, don't rush. And I'll give you another tip. We're not going to spoiler more on the same topic, but go ahead, what's the second one? Take the time to get to know each other well, and I won't go into more detail. But take the time to know yourself well, because without that, it will be very difficult for you to shine in your constellation, to build your constellation. Because the risk, and we all do it, is that we look at how others are and we copy. That's the easy way. By copying, you become an actor like all the others. Like a ballet symphony, everyone is the same and no one stands out. No. You have to be the star, and to be the star, don't look at others. In any case, start by looking at yourself first, but I won't go into more detail. We'll give you more clues and really help you do it. You will understand. I can just clap and so can you. I'm waiting, clap. Ladies and gentlemen, applaud. Thank you. Frankly, it's good. What I like about you, my friend, is that you say things, yes, you have to be true. You don't play the hypocrite, you don't put gloves on, you don't round off the angles, you don't do political correctness, and that's what it takes. Because most people these days, whether professional or not, like to hear what they like. Exactly. That no, if you want to succeed, for example, if you ask your darling what she thinks of your design, she will say that it is good, even if it is not. You have to listen to the one who will tell you that it is not good and that you have to change it. And that's when you'll move forward. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. First of all, I won 10 balls, because he said website, even if after he was like I caught up, you didn't catch up. 10 balls is 10 balls. Okay. And second, frankly, feel free to like, to subscribe. Do not hesitate to visit the website, Mr. Guillaume, as well as all the professionals. NyuWeb.fr or NyuWeb.com in English. and subscribe to our newsletter. We are very interested in your expertise. Ladies, welcome. Gentlemen, welcome. Junior, middle, senior, all that is gold, we love gold, so come on in. And here, I'll tell you something too. What do you think about being part of the creators and ambassadors of the foundations of a new web? I won't tell you more. We don't say more, do we agree? No, don't, this is not the time. So we won't say more, but believe me, it's heavy stuff. Believe me, it's going to be loud. Hola, hello, salat, shalom, salam, whatever you want. So put everything else aside, bring your beautiful brain, your intelligence, and come with us. Do you want to add anything? I'll see you soon. It was a pleasure, Mar, for this debate today, this live with you. I hope you enjoyed it. And the goal, once again, is to help you, to bring you knowledge, to have a good time too. Because we are all in our routine, in our work, and sometimes we have to get out of there, it's important. And then, I'll see you soon for a next video. Who will talk about what is the web?